God bless you. We appreciate you for tuning into our broadcast. I'm Pastor Brian Jackson, and thank you for allowing us to come into your homes and to wherever you may be. And because God chose for you to tune in, we're going to say something that is encouraging and uplifting. God has given us a rhema word for right now. Right now. And that word is for you. So, buckle your seatbelt, hold on tight, for the journey begins. God bless you. People that come with the book, majority of the time, they want to stick to the book and they don't want to think outside the box. So then that means that they don't have the creative ability to do better than what they did. That's why some of the ones who don't have the education and they don't have the wisdom and the insight, you're the perfect candidate. You're the perfect candidate. Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Well, I'm glad that you asked me to do that, so I'm going to do it. What in the world do a carpenter? Jesus Christ was a carpenter. What does a carpenter have to do with the fisherman? What is the common ground between the two? A carpenter? A fisherman. What is the common ground? There is none. And then let me make it. Let's go a little step farther than that. How in the world can a carpenter get in my boat and tell me how to fish? How can you get in my boat and tell me how to fish? And you're a carpenter. You work from land. I work from sea. So how are you going to get in the sea and tell me how to do something and all you do is work on the land? The common ground is that a carpenter builds, put things back together again. So you got to take the wisdom of the carpenter so that you can have the equipment to become fishers of men. And when those two join together, they became the most powerful force on earth. Because the carpenter taught the fishermen how to become a fishers of men, so that upon that rock he was able to build his church. But in the midst of him building, he took him with all of his weaknesses, his shortcomings, his struggles. He took him and told him he gonna become a fisher of men. He's going to take me with my cussing, my cutting, my weed smoking, drug doing, homemonger, prostitute, slut, everything that I am. He's taking me like that. And it's easy for when he take a person like that. It's almost like going into a room and cut the light on. Somebody who lives in that house all the time will never see the dust. But when you go into that room and cut a light on and a visitor is there, the visitor notices the dust that is in the room. So then, all he got to do is pick what corner to start in. And when he starts in that corner, it looks like an improvement because he started in a corner. He started for something that's always been there. He just started and look, wow. That corner looked clean. That table looked, wow, that table looked nice. That's what God does. God takes us out of those dark places. And he cleanses us, wash us, spray a little bit of smell good on us, wash our hair, shave us, and make us look like something we would not have looked like without his help. All right. So think about that every time you walk past that soul that you're afraid of, that you want to cross the street and you don't want to say anything to. People of God, I really need you to feel what I'm feeling. One soul at a time. Jesus Christ did very few miracles and works inside of the house. Very few things did he do inside the church. The majority of what Jesus did, he did it in the street. He did it in the street. He called Lazarus from the tomb in the street. The man that was possessed with demons in the street. The man that sat by the pool said no one would put him in. He did it in the street. And the list goes on and on and on and on. He did it in the street. So if Jesus' ministry grew to change the world from the street, how many people that are sitting in the house that God wanted to take it to the street? One soul at a time. One soul at a time. Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Jesus Christ, the one who died upon Calvary's cross, that rose from the dead. Jesus Christ that took the keys of death, hell, and the grave. Jesus Christ that sits at the right hand of the Father. Jesus Christ that intercedes to the Father for us day and night. Jesus Christ that's got nail prints in His hand. The Bible says, does a suckling mother forget about their child? The Bible says, yes, she may. But I will never forget about you, because you're engraved in the palm of my hand. Because every time He look in the palm of his hand, He see you. What I'm asking you to do is do me a favor. The same palm that God is going to use to give you the things that you need and the things that you want, the peace, the courage, the happiness, the joy, the money, the house. Would you do me a favor? Please, one favor. Would you tell somebody else about those scars that are in His hand? Can you just tell them about that imprint that's in His hand? Let me show you. Let me give you an example. It's easy for you to see now. Can you tell them about the scar? Does a suckling mother forget about her child? Yes, she may, but I'll never forget you. Why? Because you're engraved in the palm of my hand. Will a suckling mother forget about their own child? Yes, she may. But I can't forget about you, because you're engraved in the palm of my hand. So with me sitting on the right hand of the Father, interceding for you, all I got to do is look in the palm of my hand and I see you. And if I see you, I hear you. And because you're telling other people about me, I got to send angels right now to come and help you. Because when you mess with one American, you mess with all America. Mess with one American, you mess with America. And America comes to protect that American. That's why you don't see nobody messing with the U.S. embassies in different countries. You don't see that. Because once that embassy is in that country, that embassy represents what America stands for. We represent the king. My dad used to say this all the time. My dad used to say, you can get in a fight. Get into a fight. He said you might even lose some. But he told all my brothers this. He said, I want you never, don't you ever get beat up in your own backyard. He said you never get beat up in your own backyard. Well, the devil is coming to a lot of you guys' backyards. And I'm giving you right now the tools that it's going to take. And we're not going to sing that ungodly church song. Well, I beat the devil running and I'm so glad. I beat the devil running and I'm so... That's not running. No. Let's run and do what the Bible says.